Welcome back to the Friday 13th YouTube channel, Metalheads. Today I've got a fantastic album review for you. This is Florida's death metal act, Deicide. Now, they're just about to release their new album called Banished by Sin, released on Reigning Phoenix Music. If you like Deicide's previous albums, this is for you. As we all know, Deicide were formed back in 1987, originally called Amon, and also the band Carnage. Now, the band was originally formed by Glen Benton on bass guitar and vocals, who's still in the band now, also with Eric Hoffman and Brett Hoffman on guitars. We'd also have Steve Asheim on drums, who's still in the band now. Now, the band released their debut album, Deicide on Roadrunner Records, which is a fantastic debut album. This album was released in 1990 on Roadrunner Records. Deicide's debut album was an absolute fantastic, phenomenal album, very brutal, very heavy. And that was followed by the next album, Legion, which came out in 1992, a fantastic follow-up. That was also followed by Once Upon the Cross, which was released in 1995. In total, the band have released 12 previous albums. The new album, Banished by Sin, features Glen Benton on bass guitar and vocals and Steve on drums. It would also feature Kevin Quirion on guitars and also Tyler Nordberg on guitars. Now, the last album that the band released was called Overtures of Blasphemy. This was released on Century Media Records and featured previous guitarist Mark English. Deicide have been writing consistently heavy death metal albums since the beginning of their career. This new album has been produced by the band, who've done a fantastic job. It's very powerful, very crisp, and very raw and savage. The engineering was done by Jeremiah Kling. The mixing and mastering was done by Josh Wilbur, who's worked with Gajira, Lamb of God. So this album contains 12 songs. So I'm going to tell you what the song titles are for this new album. So I'm going to tell you what the song titles are for this album. The opening track will be called From Unknown Heights, You Shall Fall, Doomed to Die, Sever the Tongue, Faithless, Bury the Cross with Your Christ, Woke from God, Ritual Defied, Failures of Your Dying Lord, Banished by Sin, A Trinity to None, I Am I, A Curse of Death, and the last song is called The Light Defeated. So there's the title songs for the album. Glen Benton's vocals are absolutely brutal and fantastic. He's also been writing some fantastic lyrics in the past. His vocals are very heavy, very brutal, and he never lights up. Although the band are heavy and write some very brutal songs, they are very technical in places. If you listen really carefully, you can hear some really catchy guitar riffs and some fantastic drumming. Now, the opening track, From Unknown Heights, You Shall Fall, is a brilliant song. It's very heavy, very brutal, and it never lets up. As we all know, Glen Benton is a possessed demon with a fantastic vocal range, very brutal and very dark. The thing I like about Glen Benton's vocals is he does these backing vocals that are very possessed and very screaming, very crazy. He's been doing this throughout his career, but it really fits well with the music. Next up is Doomed to Die. Now, Tyler and Kevin's guitaring at the beginning is fantastic. There's some really good guitar solos right at the beginning of the song, which really adds flavour to it. I really like Steve's drum techniques and style. I think he's a pretty underrated drummer for a death metal drummer. He's been doing it for many, many years. Now, the thing with Deicide and any death metal band is it's not all about speed. When these bands slow down, for me, this is where the pure energy is. The slowness and chugginess of these songs really does show the power. And with this song, Doomed to Die, you can actually hear the brutality and the real power when the song slows down. Next song is Sever the Tongue. This is a very brutal song. And the thing I like about this band, there's not a real lot of blast beats, but there's a hell of a lot of double bass drum and some really heavy riffing. Sever the Tongue is a fantastic song. It's very catchy, very technical in places. Next song is called Faithless. Now, this is a really heavy song, and it's got some blast beats in it, which really does give the album a bit more flavour. I've got to say the production on this album is absolutely fantastic. It's probably the best production the band have done. And there's some really, really great guitar solos in this song. So all in all, this is a really, really good album by Deicide. The album's called Banished by Sin. It's released on the 26th of this month. It's on Reigning Phoenix Music. So check it out, Metalheads. I'm going to give this album 4 out of 5. Deicide fans, you're not going to be disappointed. Thanks for checking in, Metalheads. More reviews coming soon.